I want to share something very, very valuable with you guys. So take your time and watch this video because I'm about to reveal something very, very, very valuable. All right. So my name is Gislen if you're watching me for the very first time, and this is Pips in Gold. All right. My channel name was Forex Hybrid for the OGs, but I rebranded it to Pips in Gold because now I only trade gold. And I want to show you something. All right. So today I hopped on gold, and then this is exactly what it looks like, right? So let me show you guys how I start, how I break down my chart. And then I'll also show you guys the setup that I picked out today. I picked up two setups today, and then I traded two. I traded two of two, but then there was one setup that I didn't trade. All right, and I'm about to share that with you guys in a minute. All right, so this is exactly what my charts look like. By the way, this is gold 3 minutes. I scalp, all right? I'm a scalper, even though I tend to hold trades longer. Because I trade on the 3 minutes does not mean I necessarily scalp, right? I could hold a trade from the 3 minutes and then I'll go on the maybe 15, 30 minute, 1 hour time frame, and then I look for a time for a target that is far off. Then I hold the trades long. So, but I'll just say I'm an intraday trader, right? Now, first off, you identify structure, right? We trade structure. What do we see here? I see price making new highs. I see price breaking the previous highs here. I see price, it keeps shattering the highs to the upside. And this other one tells you that what price is in an uptrend. When you see lows like this progressively increasing or progressively, stacking on top of each other, it tells you that what it's building momentum to the upside. So this is I'll call this the swing low, the initial low. This is the initial low that engineered all of this movement right here. This low. That low is quite important, but not as important as what I'm about to show you guys. All right. So we have a low there, we have a low here, we have an internal low here, but I won't count that. I'll count this one because why? It's a swing structure. All right. This is an internal low, but it's not a swing structure, right? You can see how much this one came back and then did all of this here before eventually pushing it into the upside. Now, let me tell you guys something. The reason why most traders look at these lows and they're confused which one to pick is because when you come here to highlight to pick a low to trade, guys, it's quite visible. You can trade this. Don't worry, I'll show you guys which one is preferable, right? I'll show you guys the best levels to trade, but I just want to like highlight something real quick. So you can trade this one, you can trade this one, you can trade this one, you can also trade this one. And now the real question is, which low is the right low to trade? Which one are you going to trade? Right. So we have a bunch of lows here. We could trade any. Somebody will be like, oh, okay, this is liquidity. I'm waiting for price to strip liquidity and tap me in and stuff. It's not wrong. It could happen, it could not happen. But the reason why I would take this trade, right? This particular trade, I'm not keeping any information from anybody. You know why? Because I don't charge for my knowledge. I don't charge for whatever I know. Whatever I'm teaching you here is 100% free, and this is how I trade. I don't hide anything from you. If you go to my descriptions, there's no links there for buying courses or paying for mentorships. There's only like two links. One is for my broker, because a lot of people come and ask for brokers, right? So you can use the link to register, sign up with my broker. You can also use the other link to join my free Telegram. The Telegram is free, and that is where I post most of the setups that you guys see on YouTube. I posted it. The guys on Telegram saw it first. All right. So it's quite important that you join. So use the link, join the Telegram. If not, you miss out on a lot of trades, you know? So that is it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the reason why this low here, the reason why this low is the most important low here, because I'll give you a few reasons. First off, I trade something called ACP. For the OGs, once again, if you've been watching my videos way back, it is a concept that I came up with. It's a concept that I observed in the market, and then I did my own analysis. I looked at it. I gave it a name. Simple. There's no, oh, this is that. There's none of that. Please. I looked at the chart. I saw something very common, and I gave it a name. Now, what did I call it? I call it ACP. ACP stands for what? Area of condensed pricing. And by condensed, what I mean is, dirty price action, like something like this, nasty, something like this, back and forth. That's price literally trying to continuously bouncing off this particular zone up and down. So it's like on a smaller time frame, it's a range, but on a larger time frame, it's just noise. All right. Now that noise is what I'm interested in. A lot of people run away from it, but I'm attracted to that noise. All right. It's not like I'm trading the noise, but I want to trade the area of that noise. That's why I call it area of condensed pricing. Does it make sense? All right. So let's say this is a quiet area. This is a quiet low. Look at this low here. It's quiet. You see this one? Quiet. But you see how noisy this one is, right? Now, what happens is there's a lot of accumulated orders here. There's a lot of accumulated. There's buyers right here. There's sellers right here. I don't know if you guys are seeing my chart, so let me zoom in. I'm sorry. All right. There is buyers right here. Buyers are sitting there. Buyers are right here. Sellers are right here. Right? This is a condensed price area because price is choked up. Price does not have a clear direction where it's going. Here it's condensed. That means there's a lot of buyers and a lot of sellers here. Do you understand what I'm doing? This is a market. It's a marketplace. So the marketplace is crowded. So what happens is when you have people at this particular location that are willing to buy and are willing to sell, when price breaks structure to the upside and it comes back to that marketplace, knowing fully well that there are buyers in that marketplace, there are also sellers. So don't get me wrong, there are sellers in that marketplace, and there are also buyers. So there's as much sellers as there are buyers. But in this case, I would think that there are more buyers because reason number one is let me make this thicker. Sorry. Reason number one is because we have a huge bullish engulfing candle right here. I don't like to call it engulfing even. This is a momentum candle. Like this is a candle clearly telling you that, hey, buyers have won this battle, right? This is the buyers stepping in to push the price high, which means in as much as there's buyers and sellers here, at this particular moment, buyers are stronger. Price has taken structure to the upside. Price has taken structure multiple times to the upside, right? You can see it here. You can see here. You can see it here. Please don't mind my lines here. I don't have time. I'm very impatient. So that is it. Multiple times. Now this tells you that what? All right. At one point, we had a marketplace. We had a place where people came together to trade. People were buying, some were selling. Now, in order for us to pick out one particular group of traders, the buyers in this case, or the sellers, we need to find a winning team and ride with it. We have to go with the trend. You cannot trade against the trend. I'm sorry. You cannot trade against the trend. So in order for us to know who the winner is to patiently wait for this area of condensed pricing to break loose. When it breaks loose, one side is going to win. Either the sellers win or the buyers win. In this case, the buyers won and they pushed the price up. Broke structure again. This one, I don't really say structure, or just a consolidation really. So I'll delete this. Price kind of just consolidated here and then continue down. Now, what happens when price gets back to this marketplace? Let me label this ACP right there. You see right there? That's ACP. What happens when price finds its way back to this marketplace? It's not guaranteed that price will buy. I want to make this very clear. It's not guaranteed that price will buy, but there's a high probability that price will buy. Why? Because there are buyers and sellers here. And then buyers at one point pushed the price high and took out the structure to the upside. This is a bullish break of structure, which means buyers have more power at this point in time. So it's a short-term thing. It's not like it's going to last too long. So if you're buying, it's very short-term. It's a tiny time frame. I'm trading only 3 minutes. So it's a very quick trade, right? Now, price, I'm sorry guys, my screen, I think there's a glitch on my screen here. When I bring my chart down, it kind of vanishes before it comes out back. I don't know what happened. And I discovered this thing like 2 days ago. I don't know what to do. So price came. Now, after we've seen this, what do? We place a buy trade right there. You can put it at the entry. You can put it a little bit deep. It depends how thick the zone is. But a zone this thick, I would advise you go a little bit deeper, depending on your spreads and whatever you trade. If you're trading with a broker that has very tight spreads, you can put your trade even close to the midpoint or very deep. If your spreads are very wide, put it at the entry. That way, the trade is going to trigger you in. And with wide spreads, do not forget to put your stop loss. It's very big. All right. But in my case, my stop loss is very good around here. Okay. Now, where do I target after doing this? Now, I know that, okay, since the buyers were here at one given point, um, 60% sure that the buyers are still here and they're still willing to buy, right? They're still willing to buy, they're still willing to push price up. Good. Now, when you see, unfortunately, there's no such thing as confirmation to say, okay, let's wait for an engulfing candle. Because if you're waiting for an engulfing candle, you'll be entering around here. This is your entry. And then now what kind of trade is that? 1.5. What is that? They are just enter here regardless. I don't really care much. Now that's a 3-hour trade instead of 1.5. 3. But there's just a little more risk. And one thing people fail to understand is even with engulfing candles here, you can still take losses. Like if this candle engulfs like this, the next candle was bearish, you see? It could still drop all the way down. So engulfing candle does not change anything. Engulfing candle is not a confirmation. You guys should throw away that garbage. This is 2025. Take your trades immediately. Place your market orders. Put an order and leave. All right. So price is right there. What do? I would normally go for 1 to 4 on average. Like 1 to 4, 1 to 3. Depends how I feel. All right. But in this case, I'll just take the highs. And when I take the highs, I just take the highs like that. That is a 3.6 R. And that trade is a good one, right? There's definitely bad trades, of course, and I'll be sharing that in a moment in my Telegram. So if you're in my Telegram, go and join, please. If you don't join, that's your problem. You're not paying me. All right. Now, this is trade 1. Now let's go to trade 2. This trade 2 is the trade that I actually shared in my Telegram. All right, let me delete this. Let me just delete all of this. I'm going to share with you guys trade 2, the second trade that I took. Right now, you see this low here, broke structure here, right? Now, this low, this new low now, because this is where we took our trade here. Now it has formed its own regime. It has formed its own market that we have to trade from. Let me just quickly get rid of something. Good. Now it has formed its own market. Now in this market, price is condensed. Price is condensed. You can clearly see it here. You can see multiple candles and multiple wicks in this particular area. You can draw it out. It depends how you want to draw it out. I'll draw mine out like that because I like to keep it a little slim. I don't like it too big. I'll keep it like that. Right? Now, let's say we put it like that. Or we draw it even thick. It does not matter really. We draw it like that. You can see that when price dropped into this zone, after what? After price condensed here, after the accumulation here, there's accumulation, there's distribution. After price distributed to the upside and broke structure, that tells me that what? Buyers have won this struggle. Yes, buyers have won. Buyers have won the fight. Now, I'm waiting for buyers to come again and let me still buy. Why won't I buy? I'll buy because price broke strike. It broke to the upside. And it was kind of impulsive. I mean, it's not the most powerful, but it did. So I'll take a trade here. But now when I was taking this trade, I knew very well that price will not buy forever. Right? Because the buying here again, price will not buy forever. But I knew that price was going to buy. And I posted it. Let me share it with you guys now. I like to work with some form of proof. All right. So this is my Telegram. Pips in Gold. This is my channel, right? Let me get this out of the way. This is my channel, Pips in Gold public. The link is in the description below, right? Let me see. All right. Good. All right, this is what I want to see. Right, nice. Now this is exactly what I posted. This is it right here. You can see, look at this, pay attention here. You see there's a live market. That's a live market. And when did I share this? I shared this at 4:27 p.m. my time. And then this is exactly when price tapped and pushed. This is a lot of pips. Like if you were taking this is like 1 to 3 right here. So it depends on you if you took it like that. All right. And pay attention, it's still a live market, right? You can see the timer there. Good. And then you see the time. It's 6:20. I don't know if that's 6:24. Yeah. So this is exactly what I do, right? Then I posted this one. This is the third trade that I told you guys that it didn't work out, right? The selling actually did work out. This selling worked out, but I didn't take it because I was waiting for more. I wanted price to enter deep, and I'll get to that in a second. So just hold on. I'll show you guys that. Now, let me first of all break down this one. This one that I took. It's quite easy. I think I've already broken it down even. Price broke structure, came back, we bought easy, right? You look at it, you see price went up. Price actually pushed quite a bit. You enter deep. Let's say you enter deep. Let's say enter like so or so. Stops, you keep them like so. Mine, I'll keep mine like so. Yes, I'm looking at what? I'm looking at almost that's 1 to 56 or something. Yeah. Then now, this trade. Now let me show you guys the trade that I just showed you guys on Instagram. The sell. This is the sell trade that I was looking for on Insta, on Telegram. This market came here, I broke, and when I'm looking for breaks in this market, when I'm looking for break of structure, typically I'm looking for like multiple candles to close below my zone. You get at least two candles close out of my zone before I consider it a break. So if a wick comes and break, that's not a break. A break for me is like two candle close, just to confirm. So this candle came out, then the other one it went in, came out, closed out. Then this one, this is your first sell right here. This is your first sell. But like I said, I didn't take a sell because when price did this, I think I was late. If you look at that screenshot, this already happened. So it was quite late. Price was doing this. I was expecting price to come back and enter deep before I sell. But now price came, I was anticipating this one, but it came here, it did not enter deep. So my trade was not activated, my trade was not triggered, my order was not filled. So price dropped from there. It dropped quite a bit. I mean, just imagine we sold here. That's like 2.5 or 3%. It's pretty good. So when price came back, I was observing, I was looking at price. I saw the low, I saw lower low. And then price got here, it was reluctant. And then now here is the twist. This is what happened. This is why I didn't sell again. Right? I would have still kept my order there. But this is why I did not sell. All right. Price got here, yeah, and then manipulated traders into selling early. Because pretty much, yes, it's very obvious that a lot of people want to sell under this zone. It's very obvious. So when price got here now, it gave us this candle here, this doji candle. I don't know if that's a doji candle, whatever it is. That is a doji candle for sure. And then it gave us this huge bearish engulfing candle. You see this? Engulfing candle like this with almost 0 weeks. Very powerful candle. This is an entry signal to a lot of traders. So when traders saw this, they flooded the market to sell orders. What happened immediately? Price was like, side pushed up and took everything. So the reason why I did not sell is because price didn't get here on time. And then when price was coming back, I was still having hopes. Then when I saw this engulfing candle like this fake out, I just deleted my order. Because after when price was coming back up, I knew very well that this was manipulation. It was just triggering sellers to sell, which they did. And when sellers sell, when it triggers people to sell early like this, and then your order is here, it will sweep it because it's going all the way up. It will not do this just to come and tap again. It will do it and pass. It's very common. It happens a lot. So when you see this fake out like this, just step back. So that's exactly what happened. Price faked out and then bought aggressively for that matter. It bought all the way up. And then this is where I missed my trade. And I wanted to post this one, but I was trying to set up this whole video. So I missed this one, but I took a buy. I took a buy here. I'll put the screenshots. And that trade, I actually got out of that trade like break even or something. Yeah. I didn't make any money on that trade. I was looking for like 1 to 3 on that trade, but my entry was not good. My entry was supposed to be all the way down here. My entry was supposed to be all the way here, but I entered up here because I was, like I said, this is a 3 minute time frame. It moves kind of quick. So before you want to make up your mind, before you want to calculate this and that, price has left you. So this is where my entry was supposed to be. If my entry was here, my stop loss would have been here. But I'm looking for like 2%. I would have made 2% on this trade easily. But since I was late, I entered around here. Can you imagine? That's a very bad entry already. And then my stop loss was it was just a disaster. So when price was pushing up here, I didn't really expect price to go down much because structure has not really shifted. if you look at it very well, structure has not really shifted bullish. So the momentum, the buying momentum is not quite there yet. But I took this quick one and I think I broke my rule. I was not supposed to trade. All right. So I did it anyways. And then when price reversed, it came back all the way and then pushed up. I think I closed around here. I closed out there, break even, nothing crazy. Now, what am I looking at? Or what are my future plans for gold? Nothing. Yeah, like there's nothing yet to look at. This level has already expired. I have to start looking for new levels to trade. So, tout le monde, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, my name is Gislen, and this is Pips in Gold. Subscribe, use the link in my description. Join my free Telegram. I post setups there for free. I don't ask you anything. I don't need anything from you. So follow along, follow my journey, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'm everywhere, and I'm here to help. I'm out.